Routines are my favorite, and change makes me twitchy. So it's easy and comfortable for me to repeat what is easy and comfortable, whether I like it or not. And I've had the same thing for breakfast almost every day for the last 20 years. And I love that routine. Is it because I don't have our other breakfast foods in my house? No, I have plenty of other options. And I actually love breakfast foods. Like I love them any other time in the day. But I love this routine of drinking my protein smoothie because it's fast, it's filling. I like how it tastes. And to be honest, I don't feel normal if I don't have it. And I used to do the same thing with clothes for the same reason. I wear the same things over and over, even though I had way more clothes in my closet then than I do now. But it wasn't satisfying the way my morning smoothie is. The outfits were easy, but they didn't suit me, and I didn't like how I looked in them. They were just easy, and I was comfortable doing that. Being in a style slump or rut or whatever you want to call it is frustrating. We've all been there at various times in our lives, probably more than once, but I didn't really know what to do about it at the time. You don't have to change your outfits so much from day to day that it's like rotating through a costume shop. You can still wear your favorite outfits and combinations and have a style that's truly you. And you can wear these outfits and combinations as often as you want, as long as you love them and feel amazing in them. I have my favorite outfit formulas I use over and over, but I also know how to change them up so they feel fresh and like me, and so that I love what I'm wearing. My outfits are still fast, but now they suit me, and I love how I look, and comfortable and easy also equals I love it. The difference between routine and a rut, it's only an outfit rut if it bothers you. If you feel stifled, if you feel bored, unhappy, and dissatisfied, that's when it's a rut. If you're wearing the same things over and over again and you love it, it's not a rut, is it? It's kind of like the only difference between uh, flirting and stalking is interest. Or someone who is obnoxious or funny is interest. If you like the sense of humor, it's funny. Or if you don't like the sense of humor, it's obnoxious. And it's usually more related to the person, whether you like the person or not. Two people can do the same things, and one you'll find charming, and the other you'll find invasive. And it's all to do with whether you like them or not. So I have some simple tips to help you get out of a rut or a slump and feel happy with your wardrobe again. The first is to clean out your closet. The number one thing that is stifling your wardrobe is that it's too big. And I'm not saying you have to limit yourself to 10 items per season, but most of us have way, way more clothes than we want, wear, or need. Have you ever been to a restaurant and the hostess hands you a novel instead of a menu? At least that's what it feels like. It's absolutely overwhelming. We think we want a lot of options, but when we're offered too many options, how do you choose when there are so many choices? You could spend the whole evening reading it, and you don't even like half of what's listed. So finally, you get frustrated and just pick anything because you're hungry and you want to eat. And the next time you come back, if you come back to that restaurant, you just order the same thing, whether you liked it that much or not, because it's just easier than reading that whole menu. The very best restaurants have a small menu, 1, 2 pages at most. It takes only a few minutes to see your options and choose something that sounds mouth-watering. And the next time you come back, it's easy to choose another delicious option because you can easily see what the options are. You're not overwhelmed. It's the same with your wardrobe. The more you have in your closet, the harder it is to see what's in there. The harder it is to come out with new outfit combinations. And the chances are you're just grabbing what you can actually physically see, what's right there in front of you. And that is usually what just came out of the laundry, because that's what's stacked on your bed or on the floor. And it's because it's what you've been wearing over and over, because it's what's in front of you, and it's easy. It's a cycle. And that means a lot of your wardrobe is going unworn, even items that you may love even more. The last style steps of the summer season in the Stunning Style Society were all about evaluating our summer wardrobes and cleaning out things we don't actually love. We did this together in the society, and I talked about, and I gave them a process of how to go through their closets, see what they love, what they didn't love, what they actually wore this season, what they experimented with. And this is the perfect time to do that, fresh off of wearing or not wearing these clothes. Do you have to trim your wardrobe down? No. Do you have to stick to a specific number of pieces in your wardrobe? No. But removing the items you don't actually love and wear will help you see and use the ones you do. Why keep it if you don't love it and it doesn't make you feel great and you're not going to wear it? It's just taking up valuable space in your closet and keeping you from getting to and seeing the ones that you do love and want to wear. And so I would love to know, tell me in the comments if you have experienced this, that your favorites get lost in the racks because your closet is too packed, or if you just keep repeating the same items and outfits over and over again because it's convenient and not necessarily because you love it. I know I'm not the only one. So one of the many benefits of the capsule wardrobe guides, the classic wardrobe guides and calendars, are the items from the wardrobe are distributed evenly throughout the 100 outfits and on the calendars, helping you give some love to every item in the collection and still get variety. With the monthly wardrobe calendars, we make our way through about 90 of the outfits. It depends on how long the season is. And our summer wardrobe items were worn. We got value from them, and we were able to see what we do and don't like because we wore it, right? That's the trick. So since we wore everything, it's easy to clean out our closets and know how we felt about it. Did it fit? Is it still in any good shape? The second tip I have for you to avoid a style rut or get out of one is to incorporate current trends. The thing about classic style is it's timeless. That's why it's classic. From year to year and decade to decade, these classic items always look current. But classic style can also feel boring and dated. Update your classic style by incorporating a few trends that actually suit you. I don't mean every trend, because then it's not classic anymore. But if you look at a trend and get that instant never, not in 100 million zillion years, then it's safe to move along. If it piques your interest a little bit, or even better, makes you go all hard eyes, give it a try. It takes comfort to try new things and change your mind about something. It takes courage to do that. If you try some trends, it's okay to love them. It's okay to love them, even if you love classic style. It's also okay to try new things and hate them. But both ways, you learn something about yourself and your personal style. There are so many trends that come and go. It can be confusing to know which ones work best with your classic style and how to wear them so that they look and feel great on you and like they're part of your personal style and not like you're playing dress up, because that's not comfortable any day except Halloween. You can experiment and look for inspiration, or you can let me do this for you in the Stunning Style Classic Wardrobe Guide. I shop the internet and find all the pieces for a curated seasonal wardrobe. And I incorporate a few trends into the guide each season. With the 100 outfits included in the guide, I show you exactly how to wear them so you don't even have to guess how to put them into your wardrobe. And then with the style steps, I guide you through experimenting with them so you can really personalize how you do or don't want to wear them. And right now, I just got back from our shopping trip for the fall classic wardrobe guide, and I have a lot of packages arriving today. And before I go on these trips, I study the trends and figure out which ones will work best for us, because not every trend works for classic style. And some of them seem like they won't, but they just need a little tweak. And for those of you who missed it, we just started the Shop Your Closet Challenge today. The first outfit went out yesterday, and today we're wearing it because it goes out in the afternoon, so you have time to shop your closet and find something in a fun way instead of a crazy rushed way in the morning, because that's never fun. And that is a little sample of how we do this in the society. So if you haven't joined the Shop Your Closet Challenge, we'll talk about it more at the end, but you can join it by going to stunningstyle.com/challenge, I think. My team will put it in the comments. I hope I got that right. If I didn't, you can click on the link in the comments. So my next tip is to find a few new favorites. It's amazing what one or two new pieces can do to breathe new life into the rest of your wardrobe and expand your outfit options. The special pieces are the ones that tend to bring a dose of freshness to your old favorites with either a pop of color or a dose of pattern. And the wardrobe staples tend to be the ones that expand your outfit options. And this is something I've talked about a lot. If you really want to make your wardrobe feel new, go for a couple of fall appropriate items that will make you feel like you're really embracing the season or a current trend. It could be a color, a texture, a pattern that makes your heart sing like the hills are alive with falling leaves. Shopping can be really time consuming and stressful if you don't know what you're looking for. And now the options available in stores are becoming less limited. The situation in the world is changing, but so are the silhouettes, and the trends have made a huge change. And I just want to say, this finding a few new favorites does not have to be in the stores. You might find it in your closet. The things that have been buried beneath all the things you didn't love. So going through your racks can be like shopping in a store and finding new, but really old favorites that you haven't seen in a long time because they got buried. And if you've been back to school shopping or looking for fall wardrobe items, you may have noticed there's not so much available because the retailers are releasing things later and later. And lucky for you, I happen to love a challenge, and I found some amazing pieces, and I mean amazing. This season, I have found so many great things that my current dilemma is, which ones don't I include? Because I have to keep it limited to a degree, right? I don't have a specific number I stick to, but I cannot include everything. It's a combination of getting the right quantity, the right combination, because even though every single one of these items is fantastic, they need to all work together as a cohesive wardrobe. And that's what I'm currently working on, is curating all these fantastic finds. My next tip is gather inspiration. Maybe you don't want or need anything new. Your closet is stuffed as it is. And in that case, maybe all you need is a fresh perspective on what you already have. Inspiration outfits that contain pieces similar to what you already own can give you so many new ideas of how to wear old favorites. And you can find inspiration on Instagram, on Pinterest, And you can search for wardrobe favorites that you currently have, like a red sweater. I also go for wardrobe staples in this case because that is where things can start to feel stale and boring. So try searching things like black pants outfit, because that needs a little refresh, doesn't it? Save them to your Pinterest board, and you can either keep one just for outfit inspiration, a board, or make separate boards for each season, or one per outfit item you're looking for, like just a board dedicated to black pants. The Classic Wardrobe Guide has 100 inspiration outfits, and I hear over and over from members that they've had many of these items for years and never thought to pair them in the ways that I've shared with them. And their wardrobes feel new just from new combinations, not even from getting anything new. No purchases necessary from the stores. You don't have to get any new clothes. And hopefully, if you join the challenge, you're going to get a taste of that for the next week as I give you a new inspiration outfit a day, and you shop your closet. We don't go buy anything new for the Shop Your Closet Challenge. You shop your closet and see what you already own that's similar and mix it up to make it work perfectly for you. So my final tip is, can you guess? Oh, I've said it a few times. Shop your closet. I say it, I think, every single week. And if you're new here and you're just joining me for the first time, welcome. I'm thrilled you're here. Don't forget to like or subscribe, because I go live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time to share a style snack with you. So I guarantee you have more in your closet that works for you than you realize. And instead of shopping the stores for a few new favorites, you can probably shop your closet for a few new favorites you've forgotten or didn't know how to wear because you needed a little inspiration. And that's what we've been talking about. Last week, I shared with you that we would be starting this Shop Your Closet Challenge. And we, as I said, we just got started yesterday to hopefully help you discover old favorites, hidden gems, and recognize trends in what you do and don't love. This will propel you out of a style rut as you rotate through more items in your closet that have perhaps sat untouched. And as you work your way through your closet, you can slowly purge your closet by keeping and discarding items as you go, making it something that just happens effortlessly over time rather than an overwhelming weekend dedicated to a dreaded chore. I specifically base the guides on classic pieces you probably already own, and then I add a few special pieces that you can use to refresh your wardrobe if needed. Chances are you may have something that already works for those too. The intention of the guide has always been to shop your closet first. And some of my members shop their closets exclusively. Nothing makes my heart sing like when a member tells me, I didn't need anything new this season. I shopped my closet for the whole thing. One of the very first style steps we take together is I show you how I shop my closet for the current guide, so you can see how I substitute for most of what's in the guide, and I give the members ideas of how they can do the same in their own closets, whether it's swapping out colors, switching items, picking a different pattern, or incorporating these things in a different way so it works for each one of them individually. Because while I buy these items and I check them for color, quality, and fit, I don't keep them. I keep a few new things each season to, well, I consider it payment, to be honest, to refresh my wardrobe, but I don't want or keep it all because I love what I have. And I have intentionally built a wardrobe that I truly love and not one that I'm constantly rotating on a revolving door. With school starting, Labor Day looming, and summer coming to a close, we want all the fall feels, even if the leaves aren't falling yet. And transitional outfits will help you get that autumn vibe, even if it still feels like swimsuit season. And those are the kinds of outfits that I'm sharing with you in the Shop Your Closet Challenge. Each one of them is a transitional outfit that will help you step into fall without breaking a sweat. And I don't know about you, but where I live, end of August, early September isn't sweater weather, no matter how much I want it to be. But I still want to embrace the fall season with my outfits. For me, fall begins September 1st or the day after Labor Day, whichever comes first. So to help you get out of your outfit rut and dress for fall, like I said, the Summer to Fall Transition Shop Your Closet Challenge has begun as of today, but it's not too late for you to join. You can join us at stunningstyle.com/challenge. You can either choose to have the outfits emailed to you, or you can get them in the Capsule Wardrobes group, and that link will be added to the comments as well. And each day I'll share an inspiration outfit at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So you have time to shop your closet for the next day's outfit without being rushed. The purpose is to dig into what you already have, get fresh inspiration to wear things you already own, and get creative about how you wear what you've got. Your creativity will really flow as you mix up the outfits based on what's in your wardrobe and your personal style and preferences. And if you've been with me for a while, you know how fun these challenges are. They're so much fun. And you know, my brother is extremely creative and talented. He always has been. And several years ago, I told him, I'm just not a creative person. I don't have a creative bone in my body. And he told me that creativity is a muscle. And the more you use it, the stronger it gets. And I can tell you, it is true. And the more you do this, the more easily shopping your closet for inspiration outfits will come to you. At first, you might feel like, I don't know. And the more you do it, you stop even having to think about it. It's really fun. So you can share your outfits in the group, and each outfit you share will enter you to win a $100 gift card from Kendra Scott, because nothing elevates your outfit and your style story like a great accessory. You don't have to share your outfits, but it's so much more fun when you do. And in order to be entered into the giveaway, sharing your outfits is required. But if you just want to participate in the challenge for your own fun, I mean, we'd love for you to have the fun with us, but if you want to have the fun by yourself, you can do that too. I buy these gift cards myself. They don't know who I am. It's not sponsored. I just really enjoy and own several of her accessories and jewelry pieces. So yeah, I would love to have you join us in the challenge. And if you have any questions about it, you can let me know in the comments here. So let's see. Kathy's here from Missouri. Hi, Kathy. She says, I do find myself not remembering what items are the best. I can see all of them, but it is the forest rather than the trees I see. Exactly, because there's so much in there. I recently did a closet purge myself, and it's so much easier to see what's going on in there. Becky says, hubby said my polka dots made him think of his grandma. Classic. LOL. Yeah, well, they are classic, aren't they? And they worked for grandma. They worked for you. Angela says, I love your advice. It hits home. I'm so glad. That makes my day. As long as it brings you some benefit and it helps you, that's what I show up for. Julie says, I remember when skinny jeans came out and I thought, no way, never. And now you'd have to pry them out of my cold, dead hands. Julie, you are not alone. Many women had that same reaction. And now we're having, and eventually almost everybody embraced it, partly because, well, exposure does that to you. Being exposed to something new, eventually it starts to feel normal, and then you embrace it. There's a whole process, a psychological process we go through with new things. And now people are having the same reaction to boot cut and wide leg and flare pants. And I promise, because I gave up skinnies years ago. And I had a hard time at first. And now, yeah, I can't unsee it. It just, so I already did this process several years ago. And now I'm seeing so many other people go through it. And I remember what it was like. But I promise you'll embrace it. Everybody will. It happens. And then in 10 years, if it's changed 12 years, when it shifts again to something new, you'll be saying the same thing. It's normal. Kathy says, Julie, I feel the same way. When I tried skinny ankle jeans, I loved my boot cuts ever since college and bell bottoms. Once I saw how much bulk I shed when I changed, I went on a mission to find my favorite brand of them. Yeah, it really comes down to body shape. And not every item of clothing is made for every shape of body, although boot cut jeans are pretty universally flattering. You can't go wrong with those. Renee's here from Oklahoma. Hello, thanks for joining us. Suzanne says, I love shopping my closet. It's so good. Once you get into it, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy the creativity of the process. Kathy says, I am terrible about letting go of things, though, so the closet expands. You're not the only one. You're not. A lot of us suffer with it. In fact, I was telling my friend, I listed a bunch of things in my Poshmark closet. I took a new approach to my closet purge this time. It was an experiment. And so I had a bunch of drafts, and each item I listed, I was like, why am I purging that? Why do I purge that? I love that. Why did I do that? What's wrong with me? I need to take that back out. But I'm not going to get into the process I went through. It's one I came up with myself, but I'm sticking to my guns. A lot of them are things I do like, but there are other things I like more. And so I'm with you. Like it's hard to let go, because suddenly I'm like, but I could wear it like this, and I could wear it with that, and it would be so good with this. But the truth is, they are good, and I do like them, but I feel overwhelmed by the quantity in my closet, and I needed to simplify. And so I picked my absolute very favorites. And if it wasn't like my absolute very favorite, or if I had a similar item that I reached for over that one every time, then it went. But you're not alone. Mary's here. She says, hi, hello. Kathy says, interesting. I never thought about searching for pieces I already own for ideas. Good idea. Well, I hope it helps. Julie says, when I look for inspiration ideas, I'm always drawn to jeans, white shirts, and jacket. But when I put it on, I just don't feel like me. I get it. I've had that same problem with other combinations. Sometimes it's getting the right version. Sometimes it's adding the thing that will make it you. Sometimes it's the details that are wrong. And sometimes we admire outfits and clothing pieces and styles on other people, even if they aren't perfect for us. And that's a challenging distinction to make. Mine was moccasins. I love moccasins. I had several pairs, and I love looking at them on other people, and I loved looking at them when I looked down at my feet. But every time I saw my outfit picture, I was like, that's not me. To me, moccasins are so effortlessly cool and chic. And I guess I'm not cool enough for it. It doesn't look effortlessly cool and chic on me in my pictures. So I let them go. And I finally realized that is a style I admire on others, and it just doesn't work for me. And so I just admire them on others. And I have a pair of moccasin slippers, and that's how I get my moccasin fix. Kathy says, actually, shop your closet is why I resist getting rid of anything. I think you are right about making it an ongoing intention to shed items. Well, see, and that's the problem, is sometimes I can see all the options, but the truth is I still gravitate toward these items. And even though these are great and I can see the options, I still go to these every time. These are good. These are great for me. And I make that choice every time. Suzanne says, I love the style challenge for inspiration. I'm so glad. I'm glad. I hope you joined us this time. Kathy says, what? You are very creative. You created this whole business. Your enthusiasm for your topic is delightful. Well, thank you, but I couldn't see it at the time. I was comparing my creativity to his creativity. And this was before I had this business. And his creativity is in drawing and art, and he has a different kind of creativity that I don't have. And so I was comparing it to people who are artists, that kind of creativity. I mean, I've always just admired artists so much. Like, where does that come from? Where do those ideas come from? And then you can, like, I can't even draw stick figures. They look terrible. My kids are like, Mom, maybe I'll do it. Maybe you should, because this is not good. But I have a different type of creativity. And once I tapped into it and started using it more and more and more, it grew. And it became its own living, breathing thing. And the more I use it, the more creativity I get. It's a use or lose it kind of thing, but you can always start over. But thank you for the compliment. Cherry says, can you discuss a little more about using a Pinterest board for a season wardrobe ideas? Sure. So you can create boards and you can call them whatever you want. So you could create a board called fall, summer, winter, spring, whichever season. You could create a board called casual fall outfits, dress, and another one called dressy fall outfits. You could create a board dedicated to black pant inspiration outfits, or I have one dedicated to leather burgundy skirts because I have one and I love it. And I was looking for more inspiration of ways to wear it. You could have one that's dedicated to black pants in the fall, black dressy pant outfits in the fall. It's whatever you're specifically looking for, or it could just be one board called outfit inspiration. It's up to you. However you want to divide that up, however is useful for you. I have another one. I have some just overall ones, and then I have some that are very specific. So it's really whatever works best for you. Kathy says, I think I will re-embrace the boot cuts when I get back into my winter clothes because that is what I have. It will be interesting. Well, Kathy, I look forward to seeing how you do it. Once you do it, you'll love it. Lauren says, I feel so guilty purging, like I'm throwing money in the give bag. Oh, Lauren, this is so normal. I did a whole series on closet purging. And people, and by people I mean me and everyone, we get, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not overwhelmed. Surprised, but surprised is not the word I'm looking for, by the emotionally, we are not expecting this. That is not very, that's not very, very well expressed. There's a word I'm looking for. When someone surprises you in a bad way, we're not expecting this emotional reaction that we have. We feel sadness, guilt, anger, loss. It depends on the item. It can be so triggering when you are purging your closet, and guilt is a huge one, shame, but it's all about perspective. Caught off guard, yes, but like ambushed, but not ambushed. Oh, there's another word. Yeah, you're not prepared for it. Like, it just comes out of nowhere. You're like, what? Why am I crying? Why do I feel so bad about myself right now? But if you can change your perspective to being one of learning, experience, and a journey, those items taught you something. And if you can look at it as a lesson learned, then it has value still. And it's not wasteful. And if you can also look at it as blessing other people with these items, there have been times, like one time when we were newly married, we did not have a ton of money. And we went out to eat. And my husband's a human calculator. Let me just say this. He never does stuff like this. And we're good tippers. I mean, I waited tables in college. I'm a good tipper. He's a great tipper. He accidentally left an $80 tip on like a $60 food bill. And he realized it as soon as she had taken the check away. And he's like, oh my gosh. Like, that's not the kind of thing that he does. He doesn't make mistakes like that. And I was like, well, I mean, it's done, whatever. And this waitress came back to our table in tears and said, you have no idea how much I needed that tip. I just want to thank you so much. I'm going to be able to make my rent tomorrow. And I didn't think I was going to be able to. So it was an accident. Well, it wasn't an accident. It was a God breeze, right? Like, I don't think it was an accident. I think that we were put in that position to be able to bless another person who had been desperate for help, but it was not intentional on our part. And instead of being angry and upset of, oh my gosh, I mean, we weren't going to miss our rent because of it. Obviously, we were out having dinner and we were paying $60 plus tip at a restaurant, but it was still $80 and we were not well off enough to be leaving $80 tips like that. But changing the perspective of, wow, we had the opportunity to bless someone who really needed that, changed everything. At first it was like, oops. But it became a totally different mental experience for us once we realized how much we blessed another person who really needed it. And so if you can shift your perspective from one of, I just wasted money, that's money I've wasted, to these things helped me learn something, or they got me through a different time of life and I just don't need them anymore. Or I'm going to be able to bless somebody else with these things, someone who needs it and someone who's going to love it and be able to make a lot of use out of it. That can help. I'm not a therapist or a coach or anything, but I'm just sharing things that help me to shift that perspective. And changing your thoughts about it can completely change the experience. Sometimes it's sentimentality and it's connected to memories of people you love, or a time of your life that you loved or missed or was associated with grief. Sometimes it's a gift someone gave you and you feel guilty about getting rid of it because the other person, they're going to be offended or whatever. And those are their emotions to deal with. You staying hostage to these items is not fair to you. And for them to ask you that of you is not fair either. So I hope that, some of this helps you have a different perspective. And, my final tip would be start with something not triggering, like your sock drawer. Most of us are not emotionally attached to our socks. You could be. I'm not judging if you are. But, that's an easier one. And save the heavy duty ones for last after you've kind of gotten into a rhythm and practiced with some of the small, easy items. So I really hope that helped. Suzanne says it's like ending a bad relationship. It can be that traumatic. It's surprising how traumatic a closet purge can be. And that's why doing it gradually and slowly can be really beneficial. Don't go and tear your closet apart. Just, in this closet challenge, you might pull things out and you put it on and immediately you're like, no, just get rid of it. Just right then, put it in the donate bag. Don't dissect it and don't think, well, maybe next time. This is like the 10th time, no, just let it go. Lauren gave me some smileys and hearts. Thanks. I hope that helps. Becky says, April, thanks for helping us foster good, friendly relationships in this group. Overall, the nicest people I've probably ever met. Becky, that means the world to me. This is the greatest community. So kind, so giving, generous, and supportive. So, if you're feeling nervous about sharing your outfit in the challenge, please know that you'll be met with open arms and kindness, and that the number one rule is we do not offer feedback unless feedback is requested. So if you don't want feedback on your outfit and you don't say that, then all you'll get is good for yous and great jobs and welcome to the group. And when we do offer feedback, it's always framed kindly. Suzanne says, it didn't work, but somehow I miss it. That might be related to a previous comment, but it's already gone out my other ear. I don't remember what that was connected to, but Kathy says, yes, blessing other people. And blessing other people is such a blessing to us. Like, I want to say that we got more out of that happy accident in the restaurant than she did. I don't know if that's a fair thing to say, but I mean, that was 18 years ago, and it made such a big impact on me. I still think about it. I still remember it. And it still brings, such a warm feeling to my heart when I think about it. It made a big impact on me to be able to help someone else. And we all experience that. Blessing others is just, we get so much in return, just how it affects us. I can't see your name, but someone else says, I'm sure I missed something big. I'm new here, but I've noticed people posting photos in the same outfit. I'd love to know more about what that's about. So it's the Shop Your Closet Challenge. It started today, but you're not too late to join. You can learn more at stunningstyle.com/challenge. And we're about to end this here. And if you want to replay this, as soon as we're done, Facebook will render this video and then it'll be available for a rewatch. And we'll also be sending out an email to, if you're on my subscribers list from my website, you'll get that notification. This will be up and live on my website later today. But it's so much fun. I give you an inspiration outfit a day this week, and then we shop our closets and make it our own. So the outfit for tomorrow will be coming out in 17 minutes. It comes out at 2 p.m. Eastern time, either to your email or in the Capsule Wardrobe group. But I would love for you to join us. It's so much fun. And all the details are on that page at stunningstyle.com/challenge. And the link to that is also in the comments section here above. Debbie says, yes, it is. I think you're referring to blessing other people blesses us. It is a gift. It is a gift. It sounds cheesy and all Gift of the Magi and Hallmark special, but it's true. It's all true. That's why it's on Hallmark Channel. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope these tips gave you some great ideas about how to get out of a style slump. And I look forward to seeing how you do this in our Shop Your Closet Challenge starting today and the coming week. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you soon.